Yeah, it was a single adult male that was between the ages of 25 and 34, and the height was estimated from the skeletal remains of between 5'4" and 5'8", and there was very little skeletal disease that was evident from it. Also found during the excavation was a variety of funerary objects, included coffin tacks, handles, finials, and coffin nails that were found with that. So that was kind of the report that came out of that, along with being mongoloid. The ceremony will take place on Wednesday, July 28th on Mount Moriah, or just above Mount Moriah Cemetery, where the other found skeletal remains over the course of the last 100 years from Ingleside was placed. And this cemetery started in 1878. That's where Wild Bill Hickok, Calamity Jane, Potato Creek Johnny, some of those Western legends are buried, and then we have a Chinese section in that cemetery as well. But this particular individual, our ancestors, will be buried just below Seth Bullock, which is above Mount Moriah, that overlooks the ponderosa pine forest that surrounds the Deadwood Gulch. And it'll start at 9 o'clock with an opening ceremony and program at the Deadwood City Hall. We'll have our spiritual leaders from both the Chinese and Native American or Lakota there presenting gifts from the city of Deadwood as part of both cultural experiences. And then at 10:30 we'll actually have graveside rites and a ceremony up there. And then following that will be a press conference and light lunch. Well, I think that it is historical in its own right. How do I feel? It'll be an experience for me personally, and I think an experience for all involved, because it's the first time that I'm aware of both the Chinese traditions and cultural ceremonies relating to burials coming together with the Lakota and their traditions and cultural, and melding those together in one reburial ceremony. Our marker at the site will be actually in 3 languages. It'll be Lakota, it'll be Chinese characters, and then English translation. And also included in this will be a Catholic priest. So not only are we really looking at the Lakota and the Chinese, but we'll have an English American slant to it as well. So in many ways, we're blending 3 there, and for me personally, it'll be an experience that once in a lifetime type of thing, to be involved with, helping with the coordination, trying to bring Deadwood's hospitality to the forefront to our visitors and our guests, and paying the respects for that ancestor who came into the Gulch as a pioneer trying to make it rich, and obviously didn't make it out of the Gulch and was buried here. And now 130 some years later, we're once again paying homage or paying respects to this individual. And the location we picked at Mount Moriah, to me, is spectacular and respectful. And that's what this whole thing's about, is respecting everybody's cultures, blending those together to understand both sides, or all 3 sides, from the Lakota, the Chinese, and and American, all coming together. It's going to be a heck of a program that most people will not get to experience. So for me, that's what makes it special to me and makes it historically significant.